Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Welcome to MBN Unfiltered. My name is Akash Shinde. In this video, we are going to have a candid conversation with Rohan Patil, who has cracked NIBM Pune. We'll ask him his interview experience as well as how he prepared for the interview and the whole scenario for NIBM Pune. So Rohan, welcome back to our channel. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah. So Rohan, let us know about your profile. 10th, 12th, UG, WorkX, academics, extracurricular activities, so that people can relate to your profile.
Okay. So I have secured 92 percentage in my 10th and 76 percentage in my 12th. In my UG, I have scored 9.4% my CGPA. And after my graduation, I was preparing for government examinations. I have spent almost 2 years in preparing for UPSC and RBI Grade B. Unfortunately, I could not crack the examination, but yeah, I have given CAT and I have cracked the CAT examination with 92.5 percentiles. I have also given SNAP and CMAT, and
Mm-hmm.
I got also cracked this both examinations with above 92 percentiles. So recently I have applied to NIA Pune, uh, on which basis, like during my preparation phase for 2 years, I also given some insurance examinations, and from there I got to know about this institute, NIA
Mm-hmm.
Pune, particularly. So I have some prior knowledge about insurance as I have given the examinations already,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's how I have applied to NIA.
Okay. So, Rohan, the first question that comes to my mind is, what's the motto of doing an MBA for you?
So the thing is, my general perspective about my career, considering my capabilities, was in I want to go in administration and general management, where I can manage a whole stuff for a lot of people, taking decisions, taking good decisions in order to ensure growth in longer perspective. So I have choose the way for it as a UPSC,
Mm-hmm.
but as they say, it is one of the toughest examination. I have seen it very closely.
Mm-hmm.
I I have given my whole efforts to the exam, but unfortunately, the result was not in my favor. So I think it from another side. Like, even if I got into MBA, I'll be a good manager. I'll be doing a good work. Even if I'm not in good connection with a lot of people, but I will be in a good connection with corporate side of the world, and
Yeah.
I'll be managing the stuff from that side also. So my backup plan was of MBA, and I get into MBA.
So, if not a administration level, maybe the corporate manager would be a better fit for you. That's the motto of doing an MBA for you.
Yeah, exactly,
So,
exactly.
Rohan, since you applied for this NII Pune, could you let us know about the application form? What when you applied for this college, and is there any SOP for this campus or not?
Sorry.
Could you let us know about application form? When the application form have you filled it?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I have filled the application form in almost around 10 to 12 February, uh, in the very last phase of application forms. Uh, the application form was in very general application form, but there
Mm-hmm.
was one different question in the form, like are you belong from insurance sector? If you have any particular work ex in that particular sector, or if you have any kind of insurance knowledge. So if you have this particular things, then explain in brief. So I have selected that I am having insurance knowledge, as I have given examinations before that. So I have mentioned that whatever I'm having with me.
Yeah. So you are quite confident that you wanted to make your career in insurance domain. So Lohan,
Yeah, yeah.
let's move to the next part of this session, which is interview. Because interviews are make and break when it comes to MBA entrance exams. So right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
could you let us know, how was your interview experience? How many people were there? Was it an offline or online interview? And what kind of question that were asked to you and how you responded to each and every question?
Okay. First of all, it was very great communication between interviewer and me. It was one of the best interview that I have given
Mm-hmm.
throughout this journey. Uh, answering your first question, there were almost 4,000 applications this year, and they have shortlisted and called almost 2,000 candidates for interview and GDPR process basically.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my interview experience was it like firstly we we are make the group of 6 peoples for GD process.
Mm-hmm.
The GD was like very professional arrangements like that horseshoe table, and people are sitting on both sides. It was
Mm-hmm.
very fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
uh, After the GD, we call for personal interviews, and the personal interviews was started by asking from where I belong, what is
Mm-hmm.
the specialty of the place,
Mm-hmm.
and from there they have start to grill me, and the next question was about my extracurriculars. So I was vice president of media committee in my college for 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and even I have worked for IPL and WPL in 2022. So I'm having strong extracurricular in my back. So they asked me in detail about these experiences. After that, they start to ask me questions on particularly on insurance field. So what is general insurance, life insurance, reinsurance, then what is underwriting. As I'm a computer engineer,
Mm-hmm.
so as a take background student, what you can add up into the insurance industry, what is insure take, and why MBA, like in particularly in insurance and risk management after graduation in engineering particularly. So this
Mm-hmm.
kind of questions they are asking to me, and yeah, it was a very great conversation. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Rohan, could you shed some light on the HR question that we asked to you as well as your peers during this interview?
HR questions were mostly like why MBA, why insurance, and if you are very confident about like why insurance, you have given very confident answer about why insurance, then their next question would be like why NIA.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very prominent question they are asking to every student. Apart from this, their main perspective is they want to select most candidates who are having prior knowledge about insurance. Very basic, not in detail, but very basic knowledge about insurance. Uh, as as they are very short batch, uh, so they want only candidates who are very well known about insurance sector. So this is one thing. Another thing was they are keenly interested in knowing your surrounding, like from where you are belonging, if you are well aware with your surroundings or not. They are very keen on these topics. Apart from that, they are asking even news in some cases. I have not I was not asked any question regarding the news, but my colleagues were asked about the news, like recent news and etc. That's
Oh,
it.
that's quite interesting. And how you tailored the answers regarding this question, why NIA, why MBA, or you know, how you made yourself better when it comes to NIA.
So my thinking was very simple though. So as I'm coming from computer background, so if we see every industry are now moving for their tech advancement. So I'm having my tech skills with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not when it comes to exact business and exact problem solving, I'm unable to get that terminologies and the business scenarios. I'm unable to understand that. So
Mm-hmm.
in my case, it was very prominent answer that I want to advance my technical skills along with business skills. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and if we see, Indian government has projected insurance to every home till 2047. They have projected their goal.
Mm-hmm.
So regarding to this goal, insurance companies are now booming. They
Mm-hmm.
are rapidly advancing themselves for inbuilding tech inside them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the I would say game changer for me to frame my answers. And I would say, considering your background and what is the need of future,
Mm-hmm.
by blending these two options, we must frame the answers, and
Answers.
that's how I will. These people can also recognize this answer very good.
Yeah, quite nice and well said. So, I wanted to understand, since let's say I'm an aspirant, right? I don't know how to prepare for it. Since you had kind of exposure to the things, so things gonna be very easy for you. But let's say I'm a new aspirant and I wanted to prepare for NI. So can you let us know what should be my roadmap? What are the things I should prepare when it comes to aptitude exam as well as interviews?
So my selection was based on CAT.
Mm-hmm.
Preparing for CAT, I would say there are three sections: VRC, LRD, and QA. As we know, VRC is a game of comprehension. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
how will you understand what is written in that passage? So this is purely based on your understanding. Secondly, LRDI is a game of aggressive attack with a calm and composed mind.
Mm-hmm.
If you are getting feared with long questions and all, then your game
Mm-hmm.
is over.
Right.
And thirdly, QA is more about logics and not formulas. If
Mm-hmm.
you are you can understand the questions and you can build a logic, it will be solved easily.
Right.
So these are the three main golden rules I would say for cracking the aptitude exam. Apart from that, while preparing for interviews, I would say uh, firstly prepare from your within, who
Mm-hmm.
we are, from
Know
where we
about
are
yourself.
belong, what is your background. This
Mm-hmm.
is the very first thing. If you are able to convince any person with your these parameters, then
Mm-hmm.
you are good to go. This is first thing. Second is, what is your background, like academic background, what you have done extracurricular activities, your academic background is, and you should be well aware about that, because you have spent your 3 or 4 whatever years in that field. Okay, you should be aware about that. Thirdly, you're preparing for one position, or let's say I am going for PGDM in insurance and risk management. So
Mm-hmm.
it is my duty to check what is the syllabus and what I will be learning in these 2 years in a very basic format, not in
Mm-hmm.
detail, but I should be well aware with that, like whatever I will be going to learn.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm interested, then only I will apply to their this position. Otherwise, I'm not. Okay, so they will test this on this parameter. And lastly, I would say it's up to your body language and your communication skills. Even if you are having a lot of knowledge, and you are not able to communicate it with your interviewer,
Interview.
then there is no point. So
Right.
yeah, these four parameters I would say.
Yeah. Rohan, I have seen in the interviews when it comes to MBA, GK plays a very important role, right? So, are there any GK question that were asked to you or your peers during this interview?
Uh, in NI, my colleagues were asked about current affairs, like mostly in news. Uh, I personally not asked any question related to GK or current affairs, but during my another interviews, or like from another calls, they asked me deep GK questions, like what are the seven sisters of India,
Mm-hmm.
what is DeepSeek, and who is the founder of DeepSeek. And as I'm coming from tech background, they grill further more, like how the technology is faster and efficient, and what is the impact on stock market, and etc etc. So yeah.
Yeah. So this kind of questions will be asked to you. So, let's say students are often asking me how much insurance knowledge I should have before going to the interview experience, whether I should grasp the basics of it. Let's say I don't know anything about insurance, right? So, can you shed some light on it?
So basically, I would like to say insurance. Uh, what is insurance? Insurance is a contract between two parties. One is
Mm-hmm.
an insurer and one is a like client. Let us
Mm-hmm.
say client. Okay. So what are the duties of client, and what are the duties of insurer? You should be well aware about that,
Mm-hmm.
because whenever we are signing any contract between two parties, there are particular your responsibilities, and you are to do like what you need to do for it. Okay, this list. Okay, you should be well aware with that, with these two parameters, and what is insurance, what is client. Okay, this is first thing. Second is, insurance are of two types: life
Mm-hmm.
insurance and general insurance. Okay, so there is like term policy, life policy, there is a motor insurance, there is a marine insurance and all. You should be understanding like what is the basic difference between these, why there is a categorization between two different parameters and all. You should be well aware about that. Apart from, there is a new concept running nowadays, that is reinsurance. So reinsurance is basically insurance on insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you should be aware about who is providing these services. We are well aware about the position where insurance is provided by like Bajaj Allianz and all etc. all the companies, but we
Mm-hmm.
are generally not aware about who are the reinsurers. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you should search thoroughly on this such topics which are in focus, but in general terms they are out of focus.
Mm-hmm.
So, and apart from that, there is a internal process like underwriting, there is risk management. You should be somewhat understanding like what is underwriting. So you can give a example considering 5 people or 10 people, etc. So it's fine.
Okay.
So up to this, I would say good knowledge is go for interview.
Okay. And if I talk about the interviews, were they grilling interviews or were there a normal conversation between the two parties?
In my case, it is a very good and great communication. Even they ask me about my belongings and look my location. So during that explanation, what is famous from my place, I have said some famous dishes from my location.
Mm-hmm.
So he was very interested. Like he had asked me literally the recipe of the plate, like how this is you guys are making this. And then
Mm-hmm.
another one is saying like, oh, I know this, I have ate this while I was on visit to that place. So
Mm-hmm.
this kind of good conversation is there, so I don't find it very grilling experience.
Oh, nice. Rohan, I'll ask you last one or two questions. What are the
Okay.
mistakes that students often do during the interview phase as well as application phase that you faced?
uh, I would say students are often making mistakes in uh, filling the forms.
Mm-hmm.
That
Right.
is the major mistake I would say people are doing. So just just a small mistake can ruin your chance for shortlist. It is even fair because a large amount of students are applying to that post, so they are not obviously entertaining your short mistake. So this is the first mistake. Second mistake is while preparing for interview, students are majorly focusing on uh, very very big experience of interviews. Like I have also seen my colleagues are doing the mock interviews of people who are going to IIM, ABC, or FMS or Accelera, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good actually, but the form of interview, the pattern of interview is quite different.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are facing an interview in IIT, so they can ask you about integration, differentiation, and whatnot. But
Technical questions.
in general case, this kind of integration and what is the volume of the this bowl and etc. These kind of questions are not asking.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be well understand about where we are going and what is the expectations of where we are going.
Right.
It is very important. If you are going to face interviews in IMTs and Force and Glimpse of the World, and you are
Mm-hmm.
preparing by seeing the people from IIM ABC,
Right.
it's not a good combination
Not a
in
good
my
one.
opinion, I would say.
Right.
So you should be understand from where we are and where we are going.
Right.
That would
So
be my opinion.
yeah, as Rohan suggested, it is very important for you if you are going for a B school, which is quite niche, right? So talk to the people who have been there and done that. So guys, I would like to also tell you, Rohan also gonna join us for the next year. So he'll gonna help you in this SOP preparation as well as how to prepare for NIA. So Rohan, last question from my side. What's your
Yeah.
last piece of advice to the people who are aspiring for NIA?
I would be saying while you are preparing for your cat, uh, read newspapers and more focus. Keep your focus on insurance based news, uh, as you will be aware with the terminologies basically. So it's a mostly game will be dependent on terminology. So you will be aware about that terminologies. Uh, you read your newspaper thoroughly and keep in touch with alumni like who are in the college and who have passed the college. So keep in touch with these people. That
Right.
would be my advice.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rohan, for connecting with us and sharing the nuances. I hope this interview will definitely reach to the masses and the upcoming aspirants who wanted to get into NI. They will get a gross idea that how they should prepare for NI, and they will definitely connect to you. I'll share your LinkedIn ID so that they can connect to professionally. on this platform, and they'll ask the doubts to you. Thank you so much, Rohan, again for connecting with us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Akash.